and all
Okay.
activities are integrated to the purchase order. If you are doing some purchase order, what and all are integrated with this within the purchase order? One is first would be our general ledger, GL.
Okay.
GL would be the first one which will be affecting first. Then fixed assets, budgeting, sales and marketing. Within the according to our purchases only, we'll be doing our sales, right?
Yeah, correct.
According to my purchase sources only, I'll be doing my sales. Here production control, how do we do production without your raw materials? If you are not having any raw materials, we need to purchase first raw materials, then only we will be sending this raw materials to production company to create our items, right?
Yeah,
For
correct.
that also purchase order is required. And product information management, this is also interlinked with the purchase order. Means if you are not creating an item, if you are creating a purchase order, product is also required. What items I should maintain in the purchase order? Procurement and sourcing, project and accounting management, that also will be having an inventory and warehouse. On basis of our purchase order only, we'll be storing these items within the warehouse. And master planning, I said, if you are making some benchmark of 100 should be maintained within my warehouse. If you are giving
Okay.
command to the system, if you are not maintaining it, so master planning here, it
Okay.
automatically creates a purchase order.
Okay.
It gives command to purchase order to generate automatically to this vendor,
Okay.
that we will be configuring in the system. So
Understood.
this is the arrow mark defines that it is how it is related. Purchase order to GL, purchase order to fixed asset. Budgeting comes within the purchase order. How much budget I should use for this vendor. So this way, this is the overview of the purchase order. Now vendor
Okay.
collaboration. As I said, vendor collaboration from we'll be having vendor PO status. How would be my PO status? Means if you are making some purchase or raising a purchase order, first the purchase order would be an open order, and if you receive, means if it is confirmed, then it would be on a confirmed status. Then if you are receiving the item, the status would be in the purchase order. We have some option of status that you will be
Okay.
knowing once you do this activity. Once you receive, the status would be under received, and once the invoice is done, the status would change to invoices. According to step by step, we can see the status of the purchase order within the header level. In the open on in the first page only, we can see that our activities. And within the vendor collaboration, here vendor can accept or reject the purchase order. If you are some giving vendor collaboration means we are giving some link to vendor, right? To
Yes.
access our URL. There you
Okay.
can accept or reject that. So these and all steps are there. How with our these are extra information that you will be knowing once we do this activity. If I say, you will be like some will called confused. So I don't want to tell all this. That you will be knowing in the next class, and how we will be interacting it integrated to this sales order. For doing purchase or sales order, we required again products only. Products are required, and procurement on basis of purchase order only. We'll be doing this purchase order, sales order, right? And how this accounting should be there, and for accounts receivable, how do we create a customer here, and master planning. Master planning is also there. Means if the items are not maintained in the system by the sales order, it will be understanding these are all the items are required now. Means it is
Okay.
not there now, it is done.
Okay. Okay.
Through master planning, it will be understanding this is the lack of item, so that I should raise a purchase order. That comes under master planning. And
Okay.
inventory, what and all items are available within my warehouse, I should make a sales order. And even human resource means our executives. Our executives also will be there, right? In the
Yes,
within
correct.
there, some persons. So how do we give them commissions? Through sales order
Okay.
only, we'll be giving commissions again.
Okay.
Mean they might be using different, but within the sales order also we can give the commissions. Means if you are having some third party persons, then.
Okay.
And even inventory and warehouse management, what and all we will be doing this inbound activity or outbound activity, and how do we do our items pick or shipment, how do we do, and how do we adjust the inventory if the items um, how do we adjust, means if there are any items which are of damaged goods and if you wanted to maintain, how do we adjust and how do we define the cost within the warehouse, that we will be discussing. And here we have warehouse management or inventory management, what and all are integrated with this. So these are all customer general ledger, purchase order, vendor return, sales order, all these are integrated with the warehouse, means with if you, if you are doing purchase order or sales order, warehouse is required from where we should take the items, right? So this
Yeah.
is how integrated. So in master planning, what and all are integrated with the master planning. So master planning is pretty complicated to understand, but we'll be having only basic knowledge in the master planning. So these are all parts are in uh, integrated with the master planning, which are interrelated. So
So
this is
in
about
master planning, just configuring the.
AI configuration,
Okay.
artificial intelligence.
Okay.
In simple way, artificial intelligence.
Okay.
You know
I'll just
what is
do that.
artificial intelligence, right? Means, for simple example, if you are using some Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, for example, and if you are searching some items in Twitter or Facebook, again, if you open that YouTube, no, first you will be having that items in that list in YouTube.
Okay.
So that is called artificial intelligence. If you are searching something in mobile and again you go back in another app, system will understand by key this is the item he is requiring. So AI what will do, it will show that
Uh-huh.
items only to you whenever you open that.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So here it is not the same, it is
Uh-huh.
similar. Means
Okay.
artificial intelligence means here we'll be configuring some AU, means master planning, artificial.
Okay.
So whenever lack of my items, lack of my in production module also, see production also how it is related.
Okay.
Mainly this master planning is related to production control only. If you are doing some production of a textile company, if you are maintaining and if you are having multiple products or orders and you will be maintaining that AI, artificial intelligence will pop up every time ki these are all raw materials are required continuously, because if you are bulk, no, you will
Correct.
not be
Yeah.
having track of these raw materials.
Yeah. Yeah.
So system
Okay.
will be configuring in the system, and automatically it pushes the purchase order to the vendors. These are all required करके
Okay.
on basis of our sales order.
Okay.
Purchases
Oh,
order is raised on basis of our sales order, because within the sales order only you will be knowing, no, these are all items are sold now. So now these are items are available now. If these items are not, means these raw materials are not up to date, master planning will raise a complete purchase order to the vendor to maintain the availability of stock when the customer is requested. This is the meaning
okay.
of that master
Got it.
planning.
Yeah. So production planning, you'll be covering production planning also?
Production module is completely a different module.
Okay.
So only to complete production module, it takes 40 classes, in-depth classes. So as if you know what is production module, as if you already have a knowledge, and I am telling you all these activities, right?
Okay.
So you already know. But basically, what I say first, doing any activity, either if you're doing warehouse management, is also a different module, and it takes 40 classes to complete. And even we have retail and commerce, where we'll be
Okay.
creating some stores, store maintenance, retail
Okay.
planning, completely retail. So we have
Okay.
different modules there.
Okay. Okay.
So it is
Okay.
these three are different again and covers different sessions, but we'll not be covering this production in this. And supply chain contains only this the modules which I said. But if you wanted to have this production control, but if you wanted to have the need about this production control, first complete the supply chain management. because supply chain is only the basic knowledge. As if I mentioned, no, what and all there in the supply chain management. For doing this activity, first supply chain is required.
Okay.
Vendor, customer, purchase order, sales order, inventory. If you are well good about this process, then you can go to production and warehouse.
Okay.
Without having knowledge of the supply chain management, if you are
Oh,
going to production, it would be like somewhat difficulty. But as if I think so, you will not be having difficulty because you are already having knowledge. But going through the process would be the better option, right?
yeah, correct.
More shows will cover this production module also. But
Mm.
um,
Just give me a
once if
basic
you're,
look on how production control is being
yep,
doing in Microsoft D65.
yeah,
Already I know
I'll
how
give
to
this
it
overview
happens.
once the
Just give me,
classes are
oh,
completed.
yeah, yeah, fine, fine, no problem.
Because after this completion only, I can relate that with the production.
Okay,
After sales
okay,
order, inventory, purchase order only, I can interrelate this with the production again.
okay,
And I can
okay,
say interrelate with the advanced warehouse management.
okay,
Here you will be having only simple warehouses, what and all we'll be learning. But I
mm,
can give you some overview of advanced warehouse management, and will give you an overview of retail. Only overview,
okay,
not a
okay.
setup. I'll give you
Oh,
retail and
it's
advanced
overview.
warehouse and production overview.
Okay,
Okay, that's about today's session.